Good morning, students. Okay, we have to continue with the third module. So we already seen that we have already covered this topic. This is what exactly the this one. See here, this for one example, realize the following function of the given these things into this particular F1, F2, F3, and these diagrams using NAND gate as well as inverter. And this is a normal gate and this is a NAND and inverter. So in that problem it is asked, right, a NAND gate and inverter. So this is what exactly the next will be gate delays and timing diagrams. Okay, so how exactly it works, we'll see. Okay, so first, what exactly when the input to a logic gate is changed, the output will not change instantaneously. So wait a minute, how exactly I will tell. Okay, see here, so what it means that when the input is a logic gate is changed, output will not change instantly. So see this diagram. So this is your input, right? Then this is your output graph. So if any changes in this, what exactly, see here, it is initially it is 0, right, and after that it is slightly moving towards 1. Okay, input, but at the output side it doesn't change rapidly or instantly. So it will take its time, and after that it will changes. So this delay I need to call it as a propagation delay. So is that clear? So this delay, what I need to call it as a propagation delay. So that is what exactly it means that see here, so the input to the logic gate is changed, so the output will not change instantaneously. So the transistor or the other switching elements within the gate take a finite time. So I told no earlier. So if your input is like this, no, so it is initially 0 and after that it should be a 1. Okay, so this is some changes at the input side. This is input. Is it clear? So output will be what? So if it is there change in the input, so it will take its time. So means that it will be like this. So like this. So this time I need to call it as a propagation delay. So this I need to call it as a propagation delay. Is it clear? Okay, transistor, the switching elements within the gates take a finite time to react the change in the input. So it will take its finite time to react the change in the input, so that the change in the gate output is delayed with respect to the input change. So that delay I need to call it as a propagation delay. So this is what exactly the diagram of that gate delay timing diagram. So this is what exactly your input and this is your output, right? So at the input side there is a first initially it is 0 and it is gradually it changes to 1, but at the output side it will take its time. It will take its time. After that it will change suddenly. It will not from 1 to 0 it will not happening. So it will take this time. No, this time epsilon, this one is there, no, so I need to call it as an epsilon is equal to propagation delay. So here figure shows the possible input and output waveform of the inverter. So this is inverter, right? If the change in the output is delayed by epsilon time, this epsilon time, they with respect to the input, this with respect to this input, we need to say it as a propagation delay. So input will be changes from 0 to 1, but output will not changes instantly. It will take it time to change the output state. So that delay I need to call it as a propagation delay. So that I need to call it as an epsilon. Okay, in practice the propagation delay from 0 to 1 output change may be the different than the delay for 1 to 0 change. So here it is output is changing from 1 to 0, right? So here it is changing from 0 to 1. So these two are not equal. This will be depending on the with respect to the input. That is what exactly it means that in practice propagation delay for 0 to 1 output change may be different than the delay for 1 to 0 change. 1 to 0 change and 0 to 1 will be different. Is it clear? So next point, propagation delay for integrated circuit gates may be short as few nanoseconds. So this what exactly the propagation delay is there, no, this epsilon it is in nanosecond. So this delay will be in nanosecond. Okay, that is negligible in quantity, so that should be negligible. That is what exactly the concept of propagation delay. So see here, next timing diagrams are frequently used in analysis of sequential circuits with respect to the time. So like memory circuit, flip-flop and RAM, random access memory, and flip-flop you will come to know in the while in the labs and all. Flip-flop, D, T, different types of flip-flops will be there. So that timing diagrams are frequently used in the analysis of sequential circuit. Always in the sequential circuits, these timing diagrams are very important, very much important, play in a role in while calculating or the outputs and input relationships. Okay, so these diagrams shows the various signals in the circuit as function of time. So several variables are usually plotted with the same time scale, so that time at which these variables change with respect to each other and easily observed. So it don't worry about these points, just you have to remember this what exactly the previous diagram. So how exactly it will be. So see, this diagram you have to remember. So only thing is gate delay timing diagram, when the change in the input, the output will not change instantly, it will take it this time. That time I need to call it as a propagation delay. That should be in nanosecond, and that should be in a negligible quantity. That you should remember. This is for the gate delay timing diagram for the inverter. Okay, and in practice, propagation delay from 1 to 0 output and 0 to 1 changes, it will not same. It is depending on the their respect, and that nanosecond is there, no propagation delay. So while changing the input, so that you should negligible in quantity. Okay, this is what exactly the next. So see here this diagram, so timing diagram and also the waveform. So how it looks like. So first see here, so this is an AND gate, right? So if the condition is that the one of the input of the AND gate B should be 1 and one of the NOR gate should be C is 0. Okay, this is a condition, and the other will be variable. So this A should be 0 or 1, or G1 it will be output of this AND gate will be depending on the inputs, right? Depending on A. G1 will always change with respect to A. G2 will always change with respect to G1. So A, okay, and G1 and G2 are interdependent, right? So G1 is dependent on A, because how A changes, G1 will change. How G1 changes, G2 will change. Like that it will be interlinks. Because of B is equal to 1 and C is equal to 0, these conditions are constant. Because of that, always B is equal to 1, C is equal to 0. This G1 always changes according to A changes. So G2 will interlink to G1. How G1 reacts, so G2 will react like that. So it is what exactly, it is a chain link or interlink. Okay, so see the diagram. So I will show how exactly they are interlinked with this waveform. First see here, it is initially 0, right? It is 1 and it is 0 input I am giving to this AND gate. Okay, so B is always 1, right? So G1 is how exactly it will change. So when A changes from 0 to 1, again in this gate delay timing diagram for any circuit, sequential circuit, it is not change instantly, because it will take its time. That's epsilon time. That is what exactly your propagation delay. See here, G1 directly not changing from 0 to 1, it will take its time, that is 20 nanosecond. No, from so here it is changing 0 to 1 A, but G1 it will take its time, and after that it will changing its output state. So that 20 nanosecond is there, no, that is a propagation delay, that is epsilon I need to call. Okay, so Z1 will be interdependent on A. How A changes, G1 changes. See here, so it is changing from 1 to 0. Again here it is G1, it is 1 state. So when it changes from 1 to 0, again it will be changing from 1 to 0, but it is not suddenly changing or instantly changing. It will take its time, 20 nanosecond, and after that it will change its state. So that 20 nanosecond is your again delay. So okay, propagation delay, that can be negligible in quantity. Okay, so G2 is what? G2 again it is interlink on G1. So how exactly we'll see. So see here, this G1 is changing from 0 to 1. Okay, it is changing from 0 to 1. So don't confuse with this, I will tell. So see here, it is changing from 0 to 1, right? Again G2 I told, no, G2 is interlink on G1. How G1 changes, G2 also changes. So 0 to 1 means it will not changing directly instantly, it will take again its time, that is 20 nanosecond. So after that it will changing from 1 to 0 when G1 changing from 0 to 1. Okay, is that clear? That 20 is always, it is a nanosecond, means it is a propagation delay. Okay, so again here, see here, again it is changing from 1 to 0, no? So here it is 0, so again it is changing from 0 to 1. So but it is not suddenly changing, it is taking its own time, that is propagation delay 20 nanosecond, and after that it is changing. So in this way, in sequential circuit, output, if is there any change in the input side, output will not change instantly, so it will take its finite time, and after that it changes its state. So that time, finite time, I need to call it as a propagation delay, that is epsilon. Okay, so in this so here in this diagram, this G1, it will interlink on A. So how A changes, G1 changes, and G2 will always interlink on G1. Because of how G1 changes, G2 will change. But in all the cases, this output G1 and G2, it will take its finite time to change its state. Okay, that is, I need to call it as a propagation delay. Is it clear? So this is about the gate delay timing diagram. Okay, next we'll move towards next concept. See this concept. Okay, gate delay timing and timing diagrams. So figure shows the timing diagram for circuit with an added delay of element. So see here in this diagram, so x is your input and y is your input of what exactly AND gate, and z is your output, right? So input x consists of two pulses, right? So two pulses, of the first of which is 2 microsecond, and second one is what exactly 3 microsecond. Okay, and the delay element has an output of what exactly 1 microsecond. So what it means, that any sequential circuit, what exactly here, it is a delay of 2 microsecond, and also it is 3 microsecond, but always this output will be changing, but it will take its time. That epsilon naught, I need to call it as a propagation delay, but it is not changing suddenly or instantly. It takes its finite time. Everywhere sequential circuit, if its output output will change suddenly, it's not suddenly changing, it takes its time, finite time, to change its state. That's why I need to call that as a propagation delay. It might be a 1 microsecond or a nanosecond, it might be whatever it may be, it will take its time. After that, that state will be changing. So that what exactly you should remember. Or see here in this diagram, the x is the one of the input of the AND gate, right? It is 2 microsecond and it has two pulses, one 2 microsecond and one is 3 microsecond. Those are all on rising edge. So this is falling edge and this is rising edge. So always this I need to call it as a rising edge, and this one is a falling edge. Okay, so one of the another input of this input AND gate is what exactly? It will be delayed by 1 microsecond. It will be delayed by 1 microsecond. But the output Z, okay, so when these input will be changing, means the output is also change its state, but it take its some time. This epsilon is there, no? This is it is taking its some time. Okay, that is what exactly finite time or epsilon time or propagation delay. So just for example, you just remember this, how exactly output will take its finite time to change its state. That I need to call it as a propagation delay. That you should remember. Okay, so the next concept is okay, this is the explanation for the previous slide. Say y changes to 1 value microsecond after the rising edge of the x. Same thing, just I told, no, the previous slide. So explanation of that one. So the next one is, so the hazards in combinational logic. Nice. Hazards in combinational logic: when the input to a combinational circuit changes, unwanted switching transition may appear in the output. So these transients occur when the different paths from the input to output have the differential propagation delay. So that we'll see. Okay, so hazards in combinational logics, if also what is static 1 hazard and what is static 0 hazard. Okay, so first we'll see the static 1 hazard and static 0 hazard, and after that dynamic hazard. Okay, Okay, guys, these hazards in combinational logic we'll see in the next class. Okay.